When people are released from jail, they have the responsibility to appear in court. But some of these people choose to go on the run.
They go back home to mommy.
And that is when these guys come into the picture. So sit back and listen to the Off the Hook podcast with Chad and Rob.
Very fine people on both sides.
These are real stories, but the names have been changed.
What's going on, everybody? Rob here.
I'm Chad. What's up?
We are back for another episode. I'm glad you came back to listen to us. Man, Chad, I was, before we get into the story, I was on TikTok.
No, say it's not so, Rob.
I know, right? But something came across the TikTok that I thought was very, I liked it. You get your normal crap that comes across. You get tired of seeing it, but it's something new. It's like these kids from 1990. I grew up in the 90s, mainly, the 80s and 90s. And you grew up a little bit before me, so
80s,
more 80s,
yeah,
right?
80s, yeah.
So I was like 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, but I remember some of this stuff. He was saying, he goes, remember back in the 1990s when you wanted to hear your favorite song, and like nowadays you can just go straight to Spotify and you can look it up instantaneously. But he goes, remember back in the 90s when we had to sit beside the radio and wait for it to come in?
Dude, I remember laying in my bed with my boombox at the floor of my bed, waiting to hear the countdown as Casey Kasem counts them down.
Yeah.
And got my finger on the record button to catch the beginning of the song I wanted to record. So if you got a clean, recording,
right.
Kids will never know the struggles we had.
Oh, no, but it, to me, it wasn't a struggle. It was fun.
I mean? Yeah,
it was fun.
It was it's what made it more special is it was harder to get a hold of.
And he also, he also was like, you come for dinner one night and you see a bunch of beans and chopped up weenies, we're broke at the moment. And I was like, I've had a few of them. And then it said, oh, here's another one. Another one is, I'm from the 90s. Remember when internet came out and we had to sit and wait for it? And it was just a picture of AOL going,
right.
You had to wait forever to get on the internet?
Yeah.
We didn't even, I didn't even really.
And you were excited when you had mail.
Yes, you had mail.
You finally signed on and you got mail. Oh, God, somebody wants to, It's so cool.
And it's junk mail.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's like, I heard somebody talking about answer machines. Who was it? It's Joe Rogan. He's talking about back when you had answer machines and you come home and there's a flashing light. You're like, oh, shit, I got a message. Somebody wants to talk.
I grew up in my grandparents' house. We had a rotary phone.
Mm-hmm.
You remember them. You had to turn it.
Oh yeah, I go see my grandparents, and they had a number they would call to get the time and the temperature, and it was some local thing. They would call all the time. They want to know what the temperature was and the exact time.
Right.
They would call. It's just little things we take for granted. I mean, a freaking cell phone is. If you broke this down as to what all this thing can do, it would be $1 million.
And the last one. They were talking about how you go hang out at the mall and all the shops will be open. Everybody's talking. Everybody's hanging out.
Right.
You don't have that no more.
No, you got, pretty much people are afraid to go to the mall. I mean, I know ours is ghetto, at least the one over off of Oleander.
Yeah, it's
you got to go to Mayfair.
But you don't see kids hanging out. Every now and again you see some kids at Mayfair because my son has done that.
Yeah, my son goes to Mayfair.
But not like it was though.
Right.
You see your whole high school at the mall.
Yeah. Well, hell, we used to cruise. I mean, we had a street back where I'm from, like Main Drag, like everybody would cruise.
Yeah.
Kids got to have something to go do, or else I think that manifests itself into something else.
We used to hang out at Walmart parking lot.
Yeah, parking lots. Yeah.
The good old days.
Right. Yeah. So
I'm starting to feel a little old now because of that.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but
you know what?
It was a better time, but
it was fun.
We just have to make it to where kids can do those things again and be kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we, limited time on these things right here and
These things, social media, I mean,
Yeah.
all the problems came with this, with the conveniences, right? But
Yep.
with Pandora's box is open, so can't get it back in, right?
Yeah. That's why I want that's what I love going, like when we go on vacation. I don't even pay attention to the thing.
I wish I could. It's rare, the times I forward you the calls.
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice for me.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure
I
it is.
still watch my text messages.
Yeah. Well, I don't bother you. I'll send you a message
know.
from time to time.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what I got.
Yeah, now that's cool. It's like in our business, you can never completely relax.
No.
Not completely. And people don't get that about bail bondsmen. I mean, I'll be talking to somebody at the gym or wherever, and like my phone starts ringing. I'm like, and they'll be in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to take this. If I don't take it, they're going to skip me and go to the next person. And that call can make your week, your month.
Yeah. And especially right now, it's slow right now.
Yeah, our county they're just letting them unsecured, let them go right now.
Another thing, man, I saw something online and I can't stand the man. I've told you this.
Don Lemon.
I can't stand
I
that
saw
man.
it this morning. I saw his little punk ass talking.
You know what? I wish he would come up to me and talk to me. I would love for him to come up and talk to me. I'll tell him how a piece of shit he is. I can't stand him.
Yeah, I don't know what his agenda or what he actually thinks that he's a good person. I don't see how. But everything that's come out of this dude's mouth, man, it's just been trash.
Yeah.
I think people are really getting sick of it. The Jimmy Kimmel coming back. I caught a little bit of his apology.
His apology to but he did make a good point. I will give it to him. He did make one good point about Charlie's wife. He said when he saw her, that's the way, he goes, that right there is the way you're supposed to do things. And he was talking about Erica and how she, forgave him and how she would, what she said.
It's lip service, man, that he's providing. It's not
well,
truly
at
heartfelt,
least he did,
in my opinion.
At least I don't know if it's heartfelt or not. That's not for me or you to know.
That's
but
my opinion.
But I think it's good to acknowledge that.
Oh,
because if you don't, you are a piece of shit. But I'm sick and tired of all the late night hosts and all this getting political. I don't like to see like it was back in the 90s, and it wasn't political. You had Arsenio Hall. People
wouldn't know what to do if things weren't political, to be honest. I mean, they're so conditioned to hear it all the time. They wouldn't. I mean, I don't think people would know what to do.
I mean, neither.
Yeah, you can show old clips and stuff of Arsenio or old Johnny. What's his name? Johnny Carson.
Yes, Johnny Carson.
I mean, there was no agenda there, and even if there was a slight bit, it was all funny and everybody. I mean, it wasn't taken out of context. It was just general humor,
right?
It wasn't mean toward anyone. So,
right.
And that's where we're at now.
I'm ready for it to kind of like chill out, and I'm tired of
this Arena's law.
Arena.
Did I say her name?
Yep.
Arena's law in North Carolina. So apparently it's made its way through the House, Senate, and it's on its way to get signed by the governor, which he's not a big bail fan, but I hope he has common sense enough to have people telling him he needs to sign this because it's a good thing that I looked at some of it.
He commented after the whole Arena thing, stating that we need more law enforcement. It's not that we need more law enforcement.
Dude, yeah.
We need more consequences for your action.
Yeah, it's funny. The people that wanted to defund police, now all of a sudden they're saying, well, we need more police. I mean, it's just a general statement. We need more police. We need good cops. We lost a lot of people. We got a lot of people that, currently that are police officers that just want a job, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't want to do that job.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like so many of the good ones. Hell, I got a couple in my neighborhood that they quit because of what it was becoming,
Hands are tied. Can't do nothing no more.
Yeah. I heard a guy on Newsmax this morning just talking about that. He's like, the lawyers, when they get to court, they're slowing it down and they're finding something that happened in a very fast situation. They had to make a split decision, and they're trying to tear them apart. And so who wants to go through all that when you're trying to do your job?
Nobody.
Exactly. So, it's only getting worse, in my opinion. We need people that really want to do the job and love the job.
Yeah.
Those people.
Well, it's hard. And, ICE is they're getting attacked. I just read somebody.
Saw in Texas.
Yeah. Somebody got shot and killed there.
Yeah. A few people.
Yeah. Like, come on, people. Like, you got to stop.
I think, for all these people that want to lay down on a roof with a scope and a rifle, when they're caught, I think there should be a public execution of them. There should be no taxpayer-funded time for them to be in jails till you can have appeals and all this and get out. No, you should have a month. Make sure we got the right person. See you on video. There's no doubt. And, you should save the taxpayer some money. So that's just my opinion.
Well, other than that, the world going to a hell in a handbasket. We got another story to tell you guys.
All right. What's up?
All right. So this one here, I got a good intro music. Ready?
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.
The reason why I played that one, the Dukes of Hazzard, is because of what happened in the end of this story, and it's a good story. So it was me, Eric. I think this is a case that it was Mike Molina. Remember Mike?
Mm-hmm.
It was Mike and Eric, and then they asked me to come along. I was like, all right, cool. They need some extra help, and this was happened up in Greenville, North Carolina. I want to say like a $30,000 bond.
Okay,
is what it was, and it had a lot to do with domestic violence. That's what it was. The girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So they did their homework, and they've been watching this guy, and trying to figure out social media, friends that are ratting out on him. They finally found out like where he's staying. But just as well as I do, third party address you can't go into. So Mike calls me and Eric, hey, we're going up to Greenville. You want to help us out? Okay, cool. I jump in the car with Mike and drive. And I'm jumping in the car with Mike. I'm trying to remember this. It's been a little bit. Eric had drove separate, and we went go to Greenville. We sit and watch this place forever, and nothing. Go, and I think it was his parents' house. Then we go and watch another house. Nothing going on, and I don't know. Me, Eric, and Mike. We're all sitting at a Dollar General, going through the case, trying to figure out what's going on. And we figure out the girlfriend literally was on the opposite corner where we were at. So we go over there and we see the car that she's driving, but he's driving it too because he doesn't have a vehicle. So he's just using hers. But how we found out about the girlfriend is that the charge was a domestic violence charge. So when we looked it up with the courts, we found out who the victim was, and it was her, the girlfriend. So of course they're still together. We watched that place for hours on end, and then we see some movement in the afternoon because he sleeps all day, goes out and parties all night. Young guy. And granted, he's not supposed to be with her, and we see him pop out and throw the trash out and go back in. So we know for 100% for a fact he's in there. Now, what do you think, Chad? Should we see this. Should we go hit the house?
As long as you're 100%, you're coming out with them.
Exactly. We don't know the area that well. We don't know the houses.
Mm-hmm.
And plus it's domestic violence. You know, you don't know what's in the house.
What did you know about anybody else in the house?
That's it. That's all we knew. We didn't know much about him. We just know he was a little wannabe gangbanger.
Talk to any neighbors?
No, because neighbors don't look like they can.
Like they might tell him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so you're kind of stuck. You don't know what to do. So me and Mike are sitting watching across the street at the house, and then Eric's sitting on the other side of the parking lot,
mm-hmm.
and we're watching. And Eric calls. And he's like, "Hey, they're coming out and getting in the car." So we know what car they're driving, you know, the license plate and everything. So they start pulling out, and when they pull out, we kind of pull out behind them. So we're across the street. So they're not thinking nothing of us following them. And so we're driving. God, he drives all over Greenville for no reason, like stops for a second.
You don't have a tracker, or are you just following?
No, we're just following.
Okay.
Because we just found the car.
Hmm.
Well, he starts taking off. Eric's in front of him now. Eric's in front of him. He's getting spooked about something. I don't know what it was because we won't follow him too close, but he was driving fast as hell. He goes into this apartment complex,
mm-hmm.
and it's over there on the backside of the hospital in Greenville. When he pulls in, there's an entrance and an exit out of this this apartment complex. He pulls in the entrance, and Eric comes in from the back entrance or exit, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Blocks him in, jumps out, tells him to show him his hands, freeze, whatever. Dude doesn't. He backs up in the car and takes off towards the entrance of this apartment complex where we're coming in at. Well, it's only one way in. And what does he do? He says, hell with it. I'm not stopping. And rams us head on. And it hurt. Mm. But at the time, you know, all the adrenaline rush, you know, you don't feel it. And I see Eric, but when he hits us, I see Eric out. He's running towards us. And this guy gets out and he starts taking off. And of course, in the it's so funny, there's a dash cam that Mike had that we used in court or later on. And all you could hear is me go, "Mother, that son of a bitch!" And then hear me get out, and you start running. I start running towards him. Mm-hmm. Well, we're running across, and this dude's fast. Me, Mike, and Eric are on foot now after him. Mm-hmm. I go on one side, Eric and Mike, like we're trying to take, you know, one big area, split up, and next thing you know, I hear them wrestling down in the woods. It's Mike and Eric. They get this guy. They get him in this little creek bank. They kind of corner him. They arrest him. They come up, and I'm like, dude, what in the hell are you thinking? You just smashed your car all to hell, and now ours. And so we go back.
He talking at all?
He ain't talking much at all. No. Mm. So we sit him down. Of course, we get the police to come. Ambulance comes out there. The fire department comes out. Because there's shit everywhere, dude. Yeah. There's car parts everywhere, man. And I'm starting to feel it. Now the adrenaline's wearing off. Mm-hmm. The wreck, it's starting to take its toll. Well, they look me over, and I jacked my back up. My back was all messed up. And Mike, I don't think he had much going on. I don't think because when they hit us, so when he hit us, he tried to aim his car a little to the left, and he hit directly in front of me on the passenger side. So it crushed the whole front end there. And
what were they in?
They were like in a little Honda Honda
What were y'all in?
Civic. Same type of car. Some little 4-door Honda.
A rental?
No, it was Mike's girlfriend's, Gina. It was Gina's car.
Oh,
Sorry, Gina.
Gina, that sucks.
Yeah, that really sucked. So Eric, for some reason, his like heart rate wouldn't come down. So they're like, "Hey, you're not going nowhere yet." And I'm like, "Dude, he just ran like 2 football fields."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, his heart rate's going to be."
You got the right to be beaten right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So finally everything kind of settled down. They let us go. The cops come out, and the sergeant was like, "All right, we're going to charge you with assault on a government official." I was like, "All right, cool. They're actually going to do something about ramming us head on." And they took him, served him with warrants, but when they were searching him, they found tons of weed and cocaine on him. So he got more charges.
Sweet.
Like, okay, so here's my question. If you got drugs on you and you're being chased, are you going to keep them on you or just just
Throw
leave them in the
them
car?
out.
Throw them out, leave them in the car or something. But he left it on him. So that means tell me he was scared.
Well, if you're driving and you got them in your pocket, it's kind of hard to dig in your pockets while you're driving to get away from somebody.
I guess, but
I would think. You know, hell, I can't get my damn cell phone out of my pocket when I'm going down the road and nobody's chasing me.
This is true. This is true.
I can only imagine what all of that stuff he had and trying to, dig in there. I don't know, unless he had the pants that hang down to, past his butt or something. I don't know.
Well, they were hanging down.
Okay, well, maybe that's why they do it. So they can just reach down here.
So the girlfriend comes out. While we're there sitting with the ambulance and the cops and everybody, and he's in the back of the car. She comes out.
Y'all's fault, isn't it?
It was our fault.
Of course it was.
I was like, whoa, hang on. You ain't supposed to be around him. And he's driving your car? And the cops were like, yeah, like, what is all of this? I was like, yeah, you might want to note this, there, Sergeant.
The restraining order?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so they popped him with that. And we tried, we had to claim it on insurance and everything. And the insurance company was trying not to pay out to fix it because they said that he was an authorized driver. Well, yeah, no shit, but it's not our fault that he ran right into it. Like, it's not our fault. Like, but the attorneys got involved and they ended up paying. Now, fast forward 8 months to a year, and we have to go to court on his criminal side of things. And we're sitting there, and it was me, Mike, and Eric. Them two, they got on the stand first. I got on last because I was the one that was hurt the most. I had to go to the doctor and the whole nine. And his lawyer goes, Were you hurt in this accident? I said, yeah. My back was all messed up for a couple weeks. I was like, I'm better now. I said, but I don't get it. I was like, why would you do that? And his lawyer goes, well, I'm sorry that you got hurt. I'm like, no, you're not.
I'm sure he was. Yeah.
And the judge he dismissed the case against the guy. This is part of the whole, the whole liberal crap.
Okay.
Dismissed it. And I'm like, why are you I'm like looking at the judge going, what? Why are you dismissing? You demand a minute about hitting us. And you know what the lawyer's argument was?
He was suppressed because he was trying to get away and he thought that.
No, he didn't think the guy that was on the run, the fugitive, thought we were gang members and we want cops because we didn't have anything showing that we can't cops.
Other than badges, we can't.
I brought that up.
Put stuff on our vehicles.
I said, looked at the attorney. I said, bro, it's illegal for us to do that. So you're asking us to do something illegal? And he was like,
What county was this?
Pitt County.
Oh, okay, Greenville.
In Greenville.
Okay.
So they dismissed it. So I'm like, whatever. So we walk out, and the dude that hit us was in the like the foyer area. crying on the bench, crying when we come out. He goes, man, I just want to apologize. I said, you're apologizing? He was like, yeah, man, I'm so sorry, man. He goes, man, I got to do something different with my life. And so me, Eric, and Mike sat down and talked to him.
Okay.
About getting his shit together. Now, whether he did or not, who knows? But we sat down and we talked to him. Told him he's got to stop, got to stop all this shit. The gangbanging, the hitting women, there's no way to live. Whether he did it or not, I don't know. But that was a story of Mr. Swerving Irvin.
He didn't learn the lesson with the girl beating up on the girl, right? So now you're supposed to believe that. When do you stop crying wolf, right?
Who knows? I mean, there's nothing we could have done after he got the. Just talk to the boy, and you know what? I didn't talk to him long. I told him it was how messed up it was. I was like, right. Look, dude, I said, you could have killed somebody. I got kids. And nothing. So whether he's going to straighten up or not, I don't know. But that was a story of Swerving Irvin. So that's what we're going to call him, Swerving Irvin.
All right.
Well,
I'm out of coffee. Therefore, we're almost done.
All right. Yeah, we're only, 27 minutes in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't.
All right, guys. Well, that was a story of Swerving Irvin. If you like what you hear, you can see us on YouTube, Off the Hook Bail Bond Podcast. Go check our website at offthehookbail.com. We got a little, is that video still up there?
Yeah. So we had a special video that we put on the website to discuss
bail reform?
Yeah.
So, yeah, go to the website as a special episode up there just on our website, offthehookbail.com.
It's in the article section under the website. So, if you guys want to check it out, that'd be great. Be cool if we could put it in there somewhere. Can we do that? We have the skills.
Possibly.
We're not big technical people, but we enjoy doing these shows.
Anyway, just go to our website, offthehookbail.com.
Do that, yeah.
And we can figure that out.
It's the first article under articles. It's the first one. I do know that.
All right, guys, that's enough for today. Until then, we'll see you next week. I'm Rob.
I'm Chad. What's up?
We'll see you.
You've been listening to Off the Hook with Chad and Rob. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And be sure to follow us for notifications for another exciting episode. But in the meantime, you can go to our website at www.offthehookbail.com to see more. So until next time, stay out of trouble, or it'll be you that needs to get off the hook. See you soon.